Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for July 2021. I'm excited you're here with me. I did this reading earlier in German on my German channel. Check that out if you want to, and if you're interested in that, you find the link in the description box below. That's the reason the cards are already on the table and I'm not shuffling them in front of you. I know there's people who are into the shuffling and I will definitely upload more videos, and there is other videos on my channel where there is the shuffling involved. So yeah, I go into general energies in the beginning of the reading. Second part of the reading, I will look into love and love relationship energies. If you don't have a specific person in mind, this can still help you. Maybe there's an inner conflict within yourself that you want to work on, or a topic from the past that this can resonate with, and you can find answers for your work. So let's get started, dear Taurus. For you in July, there's definitely some stuff going on. There's two squares actually squaring your sign, with Uranus in your sign squaring Mars in Leo on the 3rd, and then also on the 8th we have Venus in Leo squaring Uranus in Taurus. And that's, I mean, this the first one in general for everybody, even if you're a cross watcher. It's just be careful when it comes to accidents, when it comes to being too fast with your body. This is the kind of constellation that can cause, like, you know, accidents out of just being too fast and not taking your time, and out of nowhere, like tripping and falling, stuff like that. So be careful about that. The square, I think, on the 8th can be really helpful for you, even though it's tense in the moment when it comes to love and love relationships, because it's Venus squaring Uranus, and there can be maybe a sudden change around you that really triggers you to understand more about the playfulness when it comes to romance, about how you want to live the beauty in romance and in love. And the next day on the 9th, there is a new moon in Cancer where you can already kind of implement that and have a clean slate for an emotional new beginning with the new moon in Cancer. And there is a couple of other aspects. Sun is in Leo, so it's a very fiery month, very fun month. We have the King of Wands in this deck. It's the Knight of Wands here, that brings that fiery energy, that go-getter energy, that fun energy. And yeah, we have a lot of moon energy here for you as well. So the moon, you're coming into this month with the moon card, and I think there is something that feels like it's coming up from the surface, maybe, where like I cannot quite read this. This is my subconscious giving me hints for something that I cannot quite grasp. This is the moon card for me, where you're like in a little bit of a dark place, not in a sense of depressed, but there is no answers or no light, or it's hard to understand what's actually happening emotionally within you, and that can be a little scary, you know. But the good thing is that the moon card is really, first of all, is teaching us there is a collective subconscious, and you can only tap as far into as feels okay with you. You know, you cannot understand everything. There's just things you can analyze and go within, and you will never have the full answer. That's also the moon card for me. And it's also about cycles, and of course it tells you like this is just, it's always dark before the sun rises. This is part of the journey, this is part of the cycle. Change is inevitable, you know, so things don't stay like that, because you see this peel here is carrying the light out of the dark, out of the subconscious, through these two towers, and birthing new light. It's like a birth canal. With the Princess of Cups here, I'm sorry, we have an indication actually that things are changing emotionally, that there is already change in the middle of the month. The princesses bring change. They are the pages in this deck, and they bring openness to being willing to grow emotionally, to learn emotionally. They bring some sort of like I want to say naiveness, but not in a bad way. Like they're not tainted. They're just like pure at heart, and are open to learn, and are open to express, and are open to experience their emotions on a new level, in a different way, and that's wonderful. There can be, of course, a romantic offer coming your way with the princesses as well. But in general, now you've reached a point where you're opening up again to learning new things about how you want to grow emotionally. I think it's just like getting courageous again, getting curious again, about how you can evolve emotionally and feel maybe more grown up even. And that's what the princesses want to learn. That's what the pages want to learn. They bring an actual manifestation of energy, so they bring actual change in the way that they start implementing steps towards more understanding. I can already tell Mercury is in Leo. Is that so, or is it still in Gemini? No, it's still in Gemini. Because yeah, Mercury is like, the words are coming out very efficiently, I feel like. And that's a good thing. And Mercury and Gemini, that's where Mercury actually belongs, so that's probably why. Anyway, I hope that's not only my understanding. I just feel like I'm finding good words for these cards right now. The Knight of Wands is now also, I think, can bring you the energy that you really want to move forward with this new situation, this new reality in a way, and that you're feeling motivated and like you're stepping into a goal-getter energy and into a manager energy and into a creative entrepreneurial energy maybe, and you're really from this change of emotional state, you're now motivated again to really move forward with your endeavors. Love that. Of course, when it comes to a love situation, it can be a fire sign coming your way. There's a big indication that there maybe is a little romantic thing going on, and there is a person who is very attracted to you, sexually speaking though, more than anything else, and they might be attracted to that innocence as well, or that freshness, that young untainted energy, and I feel like there is a feeling from your side, if that's the case, that there is a lot of attraction from them. But with these cards here that I drew for the relationship situation, it seems like they're not quite sure what they want to, or how they want to move on building their kingdom, I want to say, because that's a king basically, and they're really assessing right now. They're at an assessment point where they're looking at what they've already built, what they've done so far, what worked, what didn't, and they're not so much opened up for like long-term thinking right now or investing. But they find you very charming, I think, and very interesting. But right now they're really more, it seems like they're more concentrating on their garden and just really trying to figure out what's working for them, what's not working for them, what results they want to have, what results they don't want to have in the future. That's the Seven of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles on your side gives me a strong feeling of you trying to step into this new way of, okay, I want to build something more stable, maybe more long-term, or this is a new really stable chance, or this seemed like a stable chance that I stepped into, and now what? It's like, now what? Now there is nothing really happening, or there's nothing coming my way. If there is not a specific person, maybe you're at a point in your life where you feel like, well, I stepped into this more stable energy, and now there's nothing, there's nobody, there's all these people who are just like in a waiting position and not moving. So maybe that's kind of what you're projecting or what's happening right now. But I still think that you really worked yourself out of an emotional block here, or you found a new perspective, even though you did not fully grasp what emotionally went on a deeper level, but you still found the courage and the strength to move forward with that, and you had some sort of inner understanding how to move forward with that, even if it's just the understanding that there's nothing to understand, you know, because the Hanged Man brings a new perspective. And in this Hanged Man card, it's also a Pisces card, and we have so much Pisces indication, so maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, because we have the Moon card, we have the Hanged Man, and we have this card, New Moon in Pisces. Maybe also check out what was going on with the last new moon in Pisces, or full moon in Pisces. The last full moon was in Capricorn, so that's not really something that is so related to that. But maybe also the last full moon, you know, the moon cycles have a big role here in this reading. So yeah, there is not a lot of movement here with connection or with people surrounding you, but I think this is just part of the healing process. There's a Temperance card in reverse, and that tells me that maybe you're in the middle of, or I'm pretty sure you're in the middle of a healing process, and that takes time, you know, and you're maybe also now reflecting that on the outside, and therefore you're drawing in energies from people who are as well in a healing process, and that's a good thing, you know, but maybe you're not quite ready to step into the next step with the Two of Pentacles, or you don't know how exactly to manifest this next step into this new stable way with the Two of Pentacles, and you're trying to figure it out. And I think it's really practice right now, because the Pentacles also for me speak about practice and doing things just like one step at a time, and Taurus, you're really good at that. So keep going. This is really about finding the right solution, finding the right mix of emotion, mix of elements. This is alchemy. This is an alchemical process of healing, where you find just the right amount of what you need for your healing process to really move this next step forward. And a big indicator also, we have another two. So we have 3 twos here. We have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands, and we have in this Temperance card here these 2 cups. If you see them, these little yellow cups here where my fingers are, which are also about balancing out energies and finding a good mix. And with this Two of Spring, this was a card that I drew for advice, and it's called the Pelican, which I like. And when I look at the pelican, I mean, we know they are like, with their huge mouths, or beaks, they just really grab like enormous fish, you know, like, and then they carry them around and then they swallow them whole. It's just a very fascinating animal. So it's really, maybe you're waiting to catch the big fish, you know, and it's worth waiting for the big fish. It's also kind of mandatory waiting for the big fish, because the big fish doesn't just come, you know, it might come or it might not, but it's definitely not. If you're very, very lucky and 1 in a million, then maybe it's standing there tomorrow, you know, but you gotta sit and wait and be patient that the fish bites, and that's the kind of or you can grab it, you know, and that's the kind of energy I get here from this pelican. The advice in this card, I'll read you. The advice says, your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. So even like besides, maybe there is, of course, a work environment where you're also taking the lead with this Knight of Wands. But if that's for the relationship, or if you want to use this for your relationship work, then maybe really it's time to get, you know, a coach or people surrounding you who can maybe, you know, maybe there's people in your environment who know people and they're like, oh, this is a person you should meet. Maybe that would be a good match. Or just get more people into, communicate with more people about the issues that you have when it comes to love, because they might be able to give something to you that is of value that you can use and that you can use for emotional development. And also, besides that, there is the meditate and contemplate card, new moon in Pisces. So you might also find a lot of answers within yourself, or integrate the knowledge that you gain from the outside, you know. So you can integrate it, you can let it sink deeper, and you can find more answers within you therefore. So it's really also important right now to I feel like also after this here with the Hangman and the Moon card, because this feels a little, how can I say that? We don't want to go into this, whatever, I don't know what that was, but now it's over kind of thing. Because when you do that, the chances are pretty big that it's coming around once more. So maybe now that you're not in the deep emotions anymore this month, maybe it's a little easier to just trying to understand them, you know, through maybe tapping into it and feeling into yourself and trying to do that from a little bit more of a distance to your feelings, you know, and tap into them more controlled. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this is helping you. I hope this is something you can work with, and please subscribe, like, comment, of course. That's really important, as you know, on YouTube here for all the channels that you do that, if you want to support them, because we just need that very much to spread in the algorithm. I'm sorry. I was really jinxing it with the Mercury. Now all the words are coming out somehow. But yeah, also excuse my English. Sometimes it's not my native language, so sometimes the words just come out sloppy. But you know, that's just what it is. And yeah, thanks for being here. I'm excited for every single one of you, and please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.